welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, thank you for dropping in. This is Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for mid-March. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Seeing what Leo needs to know for the middle of March. This is just a general reading, not a one-on-one. Just a friendly reminder to take what resonates, leave behind what does not. If nothing whatsoever resonates, then go ahead and check out your other placements. If it still doesn't resonate, leave the message behind because it's not for you at this time. If it resonates and or if you just enjoy, please remember to like and subscribe. It notifies you of future content, and I'm truly grateful for it. I'll be there for you, with you. Hope everyone is doing well. And me and again struggling with my voice a little bit, but hopefully we'll be alright here. And we will. Whoa. Okay. One more time. Alrighty. Overall energy of the deck, the Nine of Strength. Nine of Strength. All right, Leo, let's see what we got in store for you mid-March. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Current situation, we have the Page of Charisma in the upright position. For your challenges, your obstacles, and opportunities, we do have the Chariot in the reverse. That is Cancer energy. We have the Six of Charisma in the foundation of the current situation or your question or what you should be focusing on. We do have the Six of Intelligence in the past position. That is in the upright. Four of Wisdom in the reverse. That is for the possibilities involved or what you might be hoping for. We have the Death card in the near future. That is Scorpio energy. We have Temperance in reverse for you and the energy you're bringing to this reading. That is Sagittarius energy. We have the Three of Wisdom in the reverse for your external or environmental influence. This could also be your subconscious. We have the Six of Strength in the upright position for hopes, fears, reminders, and warnings. This is our advice card for this reading. And then we end it with the Empress in the reverse position for the potential outcome, which we will clarify later on. So with that said, we're going to see a couple of major arcana. Let's see. I'm naturally with the Nine of Strength. This is the overall energy of the reading. So finding the wellspring of resolve to push through hardship and a test of faith. So you might be going through something right now. Pretty much it is as it says. It is finding your resolve, having faith, keeping the faith, moving through it, enduring this hardship and rising above it. You will make it through. The card is in the upright, so you will make it through this hardship. It still doesn't make it easy, but you will make it through. It's testing your resolve. It's testing your faith. It's testing how much do you believe in the universe, in your belief, so source, creator, God, whatever you believe in. How much faith do you have in there? How much faith do you have in him? And then, of course, are you going to stay grateful for all the things you do have while you're going through this hardship? Is it going to make you even more grateful? Things like that. But you will come through it. We then have the Page of Charisma for you, your current situation. Page of Charisma. I probably should have had another cup of coffee or at least finished my first one before doing this because I'm kind of bad at it, guys. I'm sorry. Page of Charisma for your current situation. Getting into action and rekindling a sense of adventure with even the small things. Realize what isn't working. So, as I've said in this quite a few times since I've been using the D&D deck, this card means revitalizing, having a little bit of an adventure, a playful feeling, a playful energy about you. Obviously, you're going through something right now, Leo. I am not sure right now as of what that actually is, but you're going through something. You probably don't feel the happiest, and no one is going to blame you for that. But that card is talking about removing the things that don't work, which is, if you're trying to do the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, that's an issue. Remove that, change it up, do something different. Rekindling a sense of adventure, going a new way to work, going to a new restaurant, trying a new cup of coffee, try a new hairstyle, dye your hair, whatever you can kind of think of, something that's going to make you feel like you're adventurous again, something that's going to make you feel youthful and fun. It doesn't have to be something outrageous, but it's something that, obviously speak to yourself, figure out what you want, and I say these things because it's like, for me, dyeing my hair, cutting my hair, changing how I physically look, things like that, I kind of struggle with. So stepping out and being like, okay, I'm going to dye my hair. I'm going to do something funky. Now, my funky part was adding blue to my hair, but it didn't quite succeed, so it's just black. But that was enough for me to feel like, oh wow, yeah, I did this. This is empowering. Okay, so something for you that is going to spark that adventure and realize what doesn't work for you anymore. What is bringing you down? What is it that you need to change? What is it to make things better? Okay. You are being crossed by the Chariot. As said, that is Cancer energy. It is in the reverse. Now, sometimes this card can come off a little disappointing when it comes up in readings, but it's really not. It's more of, usually the Chariot is all speed, and you're rushing through. It's this great momentum. It's this wonderful growth and success, right? But so when we reverse it, we have a little bit more obstacles. Things aren't going quite our way. It's a little bit bumpier, okay? Now, this is what's challenging you. In the D&D deck, it's following through on your intentions and manifesting your desires. So if we reverse that, we're not following what we want. We're not following our intentions. Maybe we haven't set the right intentions, and that is why what we're manifesting isn't coming about. You might hear that often if you are trying to manifest. That it's like, well, what is not the right intention? The right intentions do not come out of neediness. They do not come out of loneliness. They do not come out of a lack thereof mentality. They come from a loving, they come from a powerful, they come from an already feeling like you're in that present state. It's not to control someone. It's not to be manipulative. It's not to have this massive selfish personal gain. Because obviously, it's like I could wish for world domination too, right? It's not going to be that way. So, with that said, perhaps you don't have the clearest of intentions. Now we'll go ahead and we'll actually grab it. So the Chariot is card number 7. So it's a lack of direction. It's a lack of momentum, and ego is getting in the way. Okay? You might hear that a lot too, that ego gets in the way, ego controls, ego is what makes us fail, which ruins relationships. Like, ego is a very almost evil thing, right? So when reversed, the Chariot may remind you to focus on your goals. Perhaps you're lacking motivation or direction, or you're too focused on yourself instead of the goal at hand. Alternatively, it may suggest you're out of balance and too focused on your goals, and that you're losing track of the world around you as you hurtle forward. The Chariot is a symbol of power. So its reversed appearance may indicate that you feel powerless. Now is the time to take the reins and start steering for yourself. Okay, so you're definitely going through something. We already know this. So this is basically just confirming it, right? Is that it's you're feeling that lack, of direction, that lack of motivation. You're going through something, you don't know how to fix it, you feel powerless, you're kind of lost, and you want life to get better, but how do we, make that happen? It does tell you to focus on the Six of Charisma. The Six of Charisma is one of my favorite cards in this deck because I have said it before. He kind of reminds me of the guy from Pinocchio. he seems like a very greedy looking bandit kind of guy. I mean, just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He's even got white hair. Okay. But giving and receiving while not sacrificing your values or exhausting your energy. So that definitely falls in this very, very, very well. Okay. It is basically the Six of Pentacles, right? Pretty much. So it's this energy of like, okay, we're struggling, right? So we're gonna see if I can hold this all up for you. This is our current situation, completely, honestly, all right there. So we're rising above the hardship. We are going to make it through. So here's our silver lining. Here's our struggle. Here's this sense of rekindling. Here's this revitalizing. Here's this letting go of what doesn't work, what's holding us back, what's bringing us down, the toxic bullcrap that we deal with day in and day out. And we're freaking tired, right? We're tired. And then we have our Chariot, which isn't stopped, but it's delayed, and it's hitting every obstacle in the road, and it's bouncing, and it's, the wheel's getting stuck in the road. Because, and we're like, oh, was that our turn? Okay, so it's that kind of energy, okay? And so then we hit this one, and they're telling you, focus on absolutely give. Absolutely give your resources, give your time, give your advice, give your love. Be charitable, share your wealth, share what you can, but don't be taken advantage of, and make sure that you are you have reciprocity in your life. It's not going to exhaust you, and it doesn't change you or make you change your values. Okay, so remember, intentions was brought up here as well. So this is when we start to sacrifice what we believe in, or ourselves, or our values, our beliefs, our ethics. Okay, because we either want love, we either want attention, we either want success. So this card kind of tells you to be like, make sure you're walking a thin line. If it's making you do any of those things, it's not good. Okay. And some people, we do have some people that are a little more manipulative in our life. So, I mean, this could even be a parent that you are helping or taking care of, a family member, a friend, a lover, or even a work situation. People can be a little more manipulative. People can be a little toxic. It's not saying that you have to immediately cut them out of your life unless you so choose to do so. But it is saying, make sure that you are not being abused. Make sure they're not just using you, using your kindness, and leaving you out to be exhausted and overwhelmed and in the cold. Because right now your energy is very, very exhausted. You are very overwhelmed by this. Now you are going to rise above it, which is wonderful, but it is telling you to focus. Make sure that it's like, yes, you can give, yes, you can take, but be careful you're not going, okay, well, I disagree with how you're doing that, or I disagree. I would say, I wish I could have a smaller example, because a lot of the examples that pop into my head are like, you would obviously do something. You would cut somebody out if they were doing it. But, imagine somebody does something that you disagree with, you do not approve of, you do not like, but because you want their attention or their time or their reciprocity, you're going to abandon your values. You wouldn't, or you shouldn't, right? And you know that's wrong. So just keep those in mind. That is something for you to focus on. In the past position, we do have the 6 of intelligence. Oh, goodness. 6 of intelligence. So the 6 of intelligence is in your past position. It is freeing yourself from burdens and old ways of thinking. Okay? So releasing baggage, releasing that toxic energy, letting go of the past, freeing yourself from baggage, okay, and burdens. So that is in our past position, meaning we have moved away from this. We're going to go ahead and pull, clarify that past card for me so I can get a little bit better of an idea. We have the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse position. We have your wonderful energy, Leo, the Strength card rising up here. And we do have the 10 of Swords. So we did have to let go of something. 7 of Pentacles, this could be a relationship, this could be family, this could be work. Pentacles is usually your financial, monetary, whatever it may be. But you have freed yourself from this situation. You did move forward from this. It might still be lingering a little bit, if that resonates for you. 7 of Pentacles is all usually about that investment, right? Taking that time, being committed, investing in something, and waiting and hoping to see the returns. And the card usually speaks of there being a patience. When we're in the reverse, and that's earth energy, those pentacles. So there is an objectivity, there's an analysis, and there's a rebalancing happening. So again, a rebalancing. The 7 of Pentacles advises you to take an objective look at what you're investing in so you can take proper stock and decide on next steps. Are there any red flags? Have you been ignoring your responsibilities or procrastinating? Are you efficient and careful in how you contribute, your energy and effort? Okay, so again, this might be why they're showing me this, is because you're kind of struggling with this again, right? You're struggling with that balance of give and take. You're struggling with that kind of energy. So Leo, your card, number 8, Strength. Strength and courage and compassion and perseverance. Like the Chariot, okay, so it's a similar energy. It encourages you to face obstacles head on. This is our past card, but again, I mean, it's said it over here as well. You are going to persevere. You have this about you. You have this wonderful personality that you always rise above. Unique to this card is a focus on inner strength, perseverance, and compassion. There's no heavy-handed forcing. It's all about emotional and mental strength, the strength of your character. So let honor, self-discipline, and self-respect help manifest your vision. Thanks to the power of compassion, kindness, and conviction, you're already stronger than you know. And then, of course, we do have the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is a little bit like, well, the Swords have a lot of negative readings, right? Swords are a little more brutal, more heartbreak, more betrayal. The 10 of Swords is all about betrayal, loss, finality, attack, and pain. So if you haven't noticed, the 10 of Swords have negative or harsh meanings, most of them, okay? Traditionally depicted as a dead man with 10 swords stacked in his back, the card hints at betrayal, backstabbing, and painful endings. Essentially, you've hit rock bottom. A relationship ended abruptly, suddenly been laid off, previous situation has ended, and it may feel like your world is crumbling around you. Typically, this ending involves a form of betrayal, infidelity, for example, or some other action perpetrated by others close to you while mourning both the end of the status quo and perhaps the end of a relationship with the one who betrayed you. The only way to go now is up. So surrender to the situation and know that you'll eventually come out of the flames, having been reforged by the fire. Okay? So, goodness, thank you. So with that said, there's definitely something here. This was the past situation. That is why you're in, not in this situation, but it is how your energy is. There's definitely a lot of similarities or a similar emotion here. This is why it's being shown. So this is the past that you rose above. There is still a feeling of betrayal. There's a little bit of, a need for balancing, but you did rise above it. Okay. This is your energy. So you rose above it. You're in the Nine of Strength now. But this card calls you to remember that you have done this before. You can do it again. You need to make sure that you are on the right path. Okay. So good to know. Good to know. Okay. Something here. Let's go ahead and keep going. I don't want to take too long. So the Four of Wisdom is your next card. My happy little gnome. He is in the reverse. So the Four of Wisdom is taking time to meditate and let go of all the noisy thoughts that are in your head. This is for possibilities involved or what you might be hoping for. This is in the reverse. So I don't think you take time for yourself. With the energy that I'm receiving here, you really don't take much time for yourself. Like, you don't actually prioritize yourself. You need to meditate, and so I struggle with meditation because I don't really feel like I have absolute quiet time, with my daughter, with the dogs, with the cats, with, work, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of hard to find time, and I understand that. Now, I have been kind of looking into things, being like, do you have to have absolute quiet? A lot of people actually say no. So it will take practice, because obviously there's never absolute quiet. You're going to hear birds, you're going to hear a car in the distance, you're going to hear the wind, whatever. So you just start to have to practice, and then eventually you'll be able to tune things out. So even just taking a few minutes to yourself, sorry, I almost said I had the hiccups. Taking time to meditate and let go of those noisy thoughts that are in your head. So those noisy thoughts are your self-limiting beliefs, your self-doubt, your negative self-talk, your hate, self-loathing. Things that, like, you constantly are telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you're not smart enough, that you're not good looking enough, that you're not, you're too overweight, you're too skinny, whatever it may be. You need to go to the gym, you're weak, whatever it may be. That's when you need to get rid of. Okay. So the possibilities involved are what you might be hoping for. Taking some time for yourself and getting rid of that. Rewire that brain, because that does nobody any good. Okay. Scorpio is your near future. It's the Death card. So the transformation of one perceptual reality to another and ending of habitual patterns. So as you can assume, the Death card is all about endings, beginnings. It's a rebirth. It's not pretty. There's growing pains. This is card number 13, Scorpio energy. Endings, rebirth, change, transformation, and letting go. So there is going to be a change here. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get the Tower card, but it's okay. It can seem frightening, but death is really a positive card that signifies change. One phase is ending, and now you're entering a new one. This change can feel sudden, it might be scary or painful, and it may involve grief. But remember that death heralds new beginnings too. Growing pains are signs of progress. Leave behind unnecessary and harmful attachments so you can better embrace the new you. Okay? So something is coming, something is going to change, something is going to come to an end, but there will also be a new beginning. So whether you are looking at this in a family life, if you're looking at this in a relationship, if you are looking at this for work, more Pentacles for you. We have the Five of Pentacles, which again, you have an overall energy of having a faith, even though you're going through a hardship. So the Five of Pentacles is all about poverty, loss. You're left out in the cold. Okay. So this will hurt, but you do have a strong faith that will see you through it. So even though it might be a financial loss or even a usually I am picking up a bit of financial here, guys. So I would be prepared. Maybe save a little money on the side, something like that. But usually I leave this up to your guys' interpretation. Five of Pentacles, It could be your relationship coming to an end. You could feel like you've been left out in the cold. Your emotions, your love, your time that you invested. Remember that Seven of Pentacles over here. It's that same kind of energy. You've invested. You were committed. Ten of Swords. Now we're facing this again. We were invested. We had money. We had time, resources, emotions put into this, and we're left out in the cold. Now again, as I said, this is a negative card, yes, but it's also positive, okay? I mentioned in another reading last week that even if you don't believe in it, there is the story of Job, okay? Take in everything in Christianity, okay? The book of Job was all about, sorry, I am not extremely well versed, but the book of Job in the Bible is the devil and God basically made a deal, okay? Not a deal, but a bet. Is the devil was convinced that you would not love God because the only reason he loves you is because you give him everything. And God's like, oh, really? Okay. Now, that part is kind of like, wow, goodness. But the story of Job, he lost his farm, he lost his livestock, he lost his wife. I believe he even lost his children. I believe his health got stricken, if I remember correctly. So it was really bad. It was really ugly. And he not once lost faith in God. Okay, and this is kind of the energy that I have here. Not that you have to believe in God, not that, but you are strong in your belief in either yourself, in Source, Creator, whatever you believe in, but you have a strong faith. So this just makes it even stronger, okay? And that is what I feel for you. We do have the King of Cups, so the King is all a wonderful energy. It's the water energy here, so we do have a lot of earth popping up and water energy, but the King of Cups is emotional stability, is this mature maturity. I guess leave it in maturity. It is a wonderful energy. So diplomacy and an emotional balance, calmness, measure. Now we do have a lot of cards talking about balance here. We have Temperance, we have the one in your past, we have this one here. There's a lot of balance here. So the King of Cups is all about being emotionally centered. Sorry. He's the kind of king. He is the king of stability and healthy boundaries. So in love, the King of Cups is someone who knows exactly who he is, what he wants, and how to show gratitude for it. In mentorship or a work role, King of Cups is a figure of guidance you can always turn to for trusted advice in any setting. The King of Cups is a responsible figure who knows the heart's true wishes and fosters emotional and spiritual balance in order to achieve those aspirations. So again, there is this energy of finding a balance, of sharing, of giving, of receiving, but you find a boundary, you find a line to be drawn, okay? And then you actually have the Nine of Pentacles, okay? The Nine of Pentacles is a very, very successful card. Ten of Pentacles as well. The Nine of Pentacles is all about prosperity, accomplishment, self-sufficiency, and empowerment. So I do feel like your wonderful energy here is actually going to rise up even further. You're already very, very powerful, whether you see it or not, but you are there. So it heralds a time in your life when you're reaping your rewards and reveling in the fruits of your labor. You've worked hard to get here, and now you can enjoy self-sufficiency. Because we're dealing with the Suit of Pentacles, financial comfort is your prize. You've earned stability and independence, okay? So perhaps you're trying to retire, and there's some bumps in the road here, but you ground yourself. You continue in your wonderful energy of no, I persevere, no, I believe, and you will be successful. Now, if you're looking at a starting your own business. Sorry, I'm feeling another sneeze. Oh, pardon me. Oh, goodness, that was awful. Okay. If you're looking to start a new business, it will be bumpy at the beginning. And I do, as said, I usually don't. I do point out that the Pentacles are usually financial, but usually, a lot of my readings especially, I feel like they're usually emotionally based. This one I do feel is financial. So just to keep you in the loop here. Little bit negative, little bumpy, little scary. rise above, success. Okay? So if you're looking at starting your new business, it might be a little slow, it might be a little difficult, but you will make it through. Let's go ahead and let's keep going. We're sitting at about 30 minutes now, so yeah, I need to hurry up a little bit. I'm so sorry I got distracted by your wonderful energy. So Temperance is Sagittarius energy, okay? Our capacity to deal with someone in a measured and patient way. So as said, yet again, it is a balanced card. You are in the reverse for this, so you are struggling to deal with someone or something with patience, with grace, calculated. You might be kind of over, as said, you're overwhelmed. There's a lot of concern here. So you might be losing your temper a little bit more. You might be saying the wrong things or acting in the wrong way. It happens, but it is something that you need to check in with. Again, you're not really taking time for yourself to actually check in, see what you need, see what your body needs, or having those open, honest communications. You're not really having those open or standing with your intentions. So there is a struggle there. Just be wary. Again, I would say take time to meditate as much as you can. It really doesn't have to be a lot, but you need to check in with yourself and see what you need to do. So then we have the Three of Wisdom in the reverse as well. This is your external or environmental influence. So usually, if I could get there, okay. Your Three of Wisdom is taking time to celebrate the simple joy of aliveness with your friends. It is in the reverse position. This is your external or environmental or subconscious. So you're struggling to do that. Again, there is a blockage. So either you feel like you're, it's almost like a, what is that, imposter syndrome? Or you feel like something always rains on your parade. I feel like this is kind of like your, your Three of Cups here. So take time to celebrate. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly what you wanted or if it's not what you expected. Take time to celebrate with friends. If things are a little bumpy right now, let's try to reconcile. If that is something that you want to do, so that you don't have to feel, I feel like you feel very isolated. You feel very lonely. You might not be, but that's the energy that I'm receiving. I just feel like there's a little bit of a lack of reciprocity for you. And I feel like your energy is saying, I give, and I'm not getting anything back. But at least you have faith. You're very strong in that. You will persevere. But there's a lot of cards here that you could flip and you'd feel a lot better. So we'll continue to that Six of Strength here. And then I will pull you some oracles and we'll finish out this reading. Six of Strength is all about, I get it, enjoying the success, but don't get attached to it. Okay, see? So hopes, fears, reminders, and warnings. What's your definition of success? Writing the highs and lows. So, with that said, this card comes up a lot. It comes up a lot for Capricorn, like over and over and over and over and over. Okay. So, yes, enjoy your success. Yes, enjoy your abundance. Yes, pat yourself on the back. Yes, be awesome. Be happy. But don't get attached to it because these things happen, right? And when we get attached to specific outcomes, it destroys us, okay? And that, again, is our ego. But it's also reminding you to be careful of what your definition of success is. Because a lot of the time, again, as said, we set expectations. So we hit a certain thing, which do not take this as I'm telling you to not set goals or to not, set the bar a little higher for each time. Because it's normal and that's a wonderful thing to do. But I'm talking about when is enough, okay? When is it enough? This is what that card is talking about. You have to be careful about raising the bar again and again and again and again and again. This one kind of goes hand in hand with, it's great to enjoy your abundance and the wonderful gifts from the universe and your hard work, but don't get lost in acquiring it. That one comes up a lot as well. So just be wary, because when this card hits, it's because you put a lot of effort in. You put a lot of your time and yourself into projects, into work, into hobbies, into people. Okay, but you have to be careful because you need to be able to keep your wonderful energy even when it's bad. Okay, and you do have this energy about you, but I feel like you are in a position where, and I don't blame you because I would be too, when bad things keep happening, you're hitting this point of like, why do I still care? Why do I believe? Why am I this way? Because I don't get anything good in return. Now it's coming, so don't get into that, but it's like you have to be careful of that expectation and you have to look at ego. Again, you have to take time to meditate. Okay, and you are ending this wonderful reading with the Empress, the potential outcome. Realizing your capacity to express beauty and to nurture others from a place of power. You are in the restricted position, okay? You struggle with that. You struggle with expressing yourself. You struggle with expressing your needs, coming into your power. If you're not going to be honest with people, it's going to be very difficult for you to... really, it's difficult to be successful almost anywhere, okay? You have to be honest with yourself. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, so juggling too much. The Hierophant, we have wonderful Taurus energy here. And we have the Knight of Wands. So I would say that these are things that you need to work on. There's the Two of Pentacles is always about, the twos are always about decisions. So we have the Two of Pentacles. That usually means that you're juggling too much, and you're about to lose control of the situation. This is in the potential outcome here. I believe that it is if you do not get this into the upright. So if you were to change the energy, get these guys into the upright position, we have a possibility here. We do have very successful things happening for you. But we are going to be faced with a decision to be made. I think you kind of, not to make the pun, but we dropped the ball. But you do have the Hierophant, which again is talking about your traditional beliefs. You're going back to your roots, going back to what you believe in and spiritual beliefs. And it's a more sense of the traditional status quo. You want something a little more solid, grounded, versus exciting. We do have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Usually they say... I can't remember what the Knight of Wands is. I believe it's hasty. Yeah, so it's a haste and a scattered energy, and there's a frustration for that, okay? So this is your potential outcome. Let me go ahead. Usually, I read everything, so let's go ahead and... yeah, so our Two of Pentacles, getting onto that. An imbalance, feeling overwhelmed, and an overcommitment. This could have to do with that Five of Pentacles as well. So don't get too scared. The Two of Pentacles suggests imbalance and that you're feeling overwhelmed by how many balls you have in the air. So are you overworked? Is your work-life balance out of whack? Have you or someone else overcommitted to a project and are all paying the price? If so, take a moment to tune into yourself and discover what you need to restore balance, okay? And then we're going to drop down to number 5, the Hierophant. So again, as I said, spiritual beliefs, doctrine, tradition, education, and conformity. Okay, it is the male counterpart to the High Priestess. He leans less toward personal intuition and more towards the wisdom, tradition, and knowledge of trusted authority figures. He asks you to listen to institutional knowledge and represents the tried and true way of doing things. If you're looking for advice or understanding, this card may be pointing you to a mentor who can guide you through a challenging situation, one who can help you explore spiritual enlightenment, whatever that looks like for you. And I do feel like this really does go hand in hand with your intentions, your inner self. There is a blockage here, and it's rough, and it's getting rough. Haze, scattered energy, and frustration is your Knight of Wands. Okay, so yet again, indicates frustration or alternatively a lack of focus. They show up reversed when a project isn't going well as expected. Perhaps you're frustrated by a lack of progress or stymied by roadblocks. Perhaps you're too scattered, working on too many different types of projects, and therefore completing none of them. A reverse Knight of Wands indicates that you should be more cautious in order to avoid mistakes. Okay, so there's a little bit there. There's a lot of the same energy. I hope you're hearing this out. because that's even what your hopes, fears, and reminders kind of spoke on, and that's what your chariot's speaking on right now. So I'm going to pull you one more time and see, if we get ourselves in check here, if there's any other messages for us. Can you give us any other messages for Leo, please? Whoa, okay, that one flew off the table for you, isn't it? 5 of Swords, okay? Seven of Wands, and the Fool. Okay. So, I'm sure you already know this. The Fool is all about taking that leap of faith, okay? Yeah, okay, so these is further messages for you, so don't shoot the messenger, please. Ego, conflict, negativity, defeat, competition, and dejection. Okay, so yet again, ego is popping up here. There is a lot of inner work, Leo, and usually I don't get this, so this is kind of a different reading for you. Usually there's a lot about, like, the law, like, I don't know, it's just very interesting. Heralds a conflict that includes major pain, frustration, humiliation, egoism. Conflict can be good to address what needs to be addressed. This particular confrontation is more detrimental than beneficial. So if you're winning, ask yourself if it's worth it. Are you jeopardizing your dignity, your relationships, your reputation? In the end, is winning worth the collateral damage? So in the future, keep in mind that not every argument needs to be a battle, and that vulnerability, compassion, and acquiescence, I know I can say that, and now all of a sudden I can't, are signs of maturity. Nope, okay, we'll work on that. We'll work on that later. 7 of Wands is self-defense, determination, and courage. Okay, so again, your wonderful energy, Leo. Like, this is you, and you're there. You need to step inside. Okay. Things that you might be feeling a bit insecure. Maybe you're in a situation where you're forced to defend who you are and what you believe in from those who don't understand or don't agree with you. Okay. Perhaps those around you say you should back down or give up what you want. The odds may seem stacked against you, but that doesn't mean that with a little hard work, the ball can't end up back in your court. Don't back down. With determination, courage, and resilience, you can do anything. And then we have the Fool. The wonderful Fool. Card number 0, the Fool. New beginnings, spontaneity, innocence, naivety, and adventure, okay? The Fool is starting on a new adventure on the path toward enlightenment. Take a leap of faith. Say they set out on their journey with heartfelt abandon. The Fool may not know where they're going or what awaits them on their path, but that doesn't stop them from fearlessly leaping into the unknown with enthusiastic idealism. Okay, so this is the other message that they had for you. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Take it as it resonates for you. I feel like there's a lot of restricted energy, and I feel like it is because you're not taking care of yourself. You don't really know what you need, or like you do, but you're repressing it so that you can keep everyone else happy. And unfortunately, because of that, you're actually pushing people away. Okay, so that's what your 3 of Wisdom means. That's what your Temperance means. That's what your 4 of Wisdom means. It's just, it's just a lot here. It's a lot. Okay, so I'm going to start with Angel of Abundance for you. Release resentments about money. So yes, the money system in the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. So instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. Okay, so release resentments about money. So we have obstacles and blocks are lifted. So yes, again, your wonderful faith is going to pay off. So all your good personal work and your positive energy shift has overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your project. Stay centered in gratitude and ensure that your flow of abundance continues. So again, I mean, that's beautiful. It does say exercise to increase your energy and manifestation ability. So perhaps that's when we can meditate. The key to manifesting quickly is to have high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. Okay? Something to keep in mind. Angel therapy, it does say crystals. The energy of crystals supports you and helps with your present situation. Okay. We do have mediumship, so you have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. So maybe that's worth, trying in a meditation or even in dreaming. Ask to speak with someone that you miss. We do have throat chakra. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. So there is going to be a little bit of a divine step in. You're going to work on your throat chakra. You're going to be able to speak your truth, set your intentions. That's wonderful because we do see this all over your reading, okay? For life purpose. Nice. So it does say author. So perhaps you are looking to change careers, or you are retired, but you have the desire to write, or you have a book idea. So author, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed, so take the time to write it. So again, putting down the time for your own needs instead of everyone else's. There's teaching, so you may have been a teacher, you may be a teacher, or you may want to be. Or, again, it did mention being a mentor to others as well. Your King of Cups energy. You inspire young people to learn. And that could also come from your book as well, if you sat down and did that. And I didn't even see this one. Career change? You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So, it could be either of those. It could be just following your dreams. It could be doing actually what you want. I don't feel like these cards have to be exactly what they say. Take them as they resonate. For yours, I'm actually going to pull Mystical. I always say this one wrong. I love this deck and I always say it wrong. Mystical Journey? I always say please hold. Mystical Journey Oracle. I always say something. I always say Mystical Oracle or Journey Oracle or Mystical Oracle, the Journey, or I don't know. I always say it wrong. Mystical Journey Oracle, and I love these cards, so I don't know why I do that. I'm going to pull you that one, and I'm going to pull you the Spirit of the Animal. And then we're done. Interesting. Nice. Okay, you know what? Beyond Lemuria, or I'm going to go with Lemuria for you. And then we're done. For real. Oh no. Well, maybe I shouldn't. They didn't want that. That's a little bit rare. Okay, well, what if I just pick you? No, I'm going to go ahead and put it back because that was a little crazy. Okay, so, for Mystical Journey, you did get inspiration, card number 5, yet again. You did have the Hierophant as well. These do not match the tarot. I'm just telling you synchronicities here. For you to possibly pay attention to, they might be important to you. They're not so much to me. Whoa! Okay, I shouldn't have said that either. They are important to me. I don't mean it that way. Just to they might resonate with you better, I should say. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. I'm rambling now. Sorry. Okay. So this card depicts the Queen of Keys, opens the portal to your creative fire, and ignites your soul work within. So the call of your soul is when time seems to stand still, when you are engaged in the joyful thing you love doing. So let the Queen of Keys unlock your artistic potential, for everyone on this planet can express themselves in a divine and creative way. Creativity is instinct, beauty, and delight, but it also involves communicating new ideas, solving problems, and turning incredible ideas into reality. Devote some time each day to exploring your inner world with one of imagination and fantasy. Use the creative process as a meditation to tap into your intuition and discover the magic that lies within. Create with intention, and you will receive insights from your work. Huh. That's awesome. And learn to trust in your own wisdom. Sorry. Because you're getting there said that. Okay, anyway. Being creative is not limited to a paintbrush, okay, or a musical instrument. The art of creation can be simple, everyday tasks such as preparing food or gardening. Even the way you dress can be considered a creative expression. So the canvas of life allows for many opportunities. So set the intention to create beauty and you will contribute much to the planet. Okay, so the action recommended with this card, allow the Queen of Keys and her powerful energy to guide you towards new ideas and creative inspirations that will enrich your life and the lives of others. So it is through your creative expression that you can truly change the world. Write down 5 ways you love to express your creativity and think of the times your creative endeavors have delighted others. So choose one item on your list and work towards making that happen. Okay? For your last card, you've got, see, I like that. Leo, you got Goose for your spirit of the animal, which is inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Well, thank you, Leo, so much for joining me today. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed. If it did, please remember to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Maybe.